everyone, Chocolo here for another video review. This time we have the Cadbury's Dairy Milk Snowman. Yeah, it's a very small little bar, this one, I think you'd say. One of their little sort of winter range they do, or Christmas range. Basically, yeah, you get sort of, I don't know, free for £1 or something like that, or free for £2 or something, I don't know which it is. Yeah, so they've jumped on the chocolate orange range with this one as well, and they've also done an orange snowman as well, so I'll review that after this one. But yeah, very excited about this one. Good one, really. Yeah, so it looks very interesting and something a bit different. But they basically, I think their Easter version of this, I don't know, a Christmas bunny, orange bunny or something, was basically the sort of first one they did, the first sort of chocolate I saw that did this chocolate orange range. And since then, it's just been everything's been chocolate orange, and you've had chocolate orange everything basically. So yeah, so this not very much included, but it's a no-brainer really because they'd already done it, I think, in the Easter one, or at least if it wasn't that, it was something very similar anyway, you know, where they did it was an Easter bunny, I'm sure it was, and I think I still have it somewhere that I never actually got around to reviewing. So yeah, in fact, let's go see if I can find it. Won't be a second. Yeah, so after a bit of faffing about, I found them. So yeah, here we go. So it was the bunnies basically. You had the orange mousse and the vanilla mousse. Yeah, so apart from Easter time, I never got around to reviewing these. Probably past the sell-by dates now, are they? Yes, they're probably perfectly fine to eat, but yeah, they've kind of lost the relevance now, haven't they? But yeah, there you go, orange mousse and vanilla mousse. So this was the first one. I think was in the orange range that sort of kick-started everything off. I didn't see anything before this. Back in February time, it probably was when I got this. And since then, just there's been chocolate orange everything. You know, it's just I don't think I'd say the chocolate orange did exist before then. There was Terry's chocolate orange, things like this, but just everything having, you know, toe blown orange, you know, chocolate orange buttons, chocolate orange fingers, chocolate orange. What was the other things we've done? And there's been some other things that I can't feel like, you know, they keep leaving my mind now, but it's not just been Cadbury's, but there's been other companies as well doing chocolate orange things. Chocolo came out with chocolate orange, didn't it, as well, and there was chocolate orange. I think Kit Kat done a chocolate orange thing, there's chocolate orange cornettos, yeah, and more stuff besides that I just can't bring to mind now, but yes. But there's been loads of them, you know, and even things I've not even reviewed yet, so yeah, so there we go. So we'll do these ones. We'll concentrate on these today. So I'll do this one first, then we'll compare it. So yeah, so what's this one? Super vegetarian, it says. Milk chocolate with a soft milk chocolate flavoured mousse filling, 37%. So it was the sort of the bunny one was vanilla mousse flavour, but you know, it's just chocolate mousse. It's slightly different, but there we go. It's got partnering with the Fair Trade Foundation on it as well. You can see that there. Yeah. Protect from heat. Store in a dry place. Does it have the Queen symbol on it? It does. Yes, hidden away. There's the Queen. The Queen approves. There you go. The Queen likes this. There we go. Yeah. Per 100 grams, it's got 560 calories, 36 grams of fat, 20.5 of which is saturated. So per 100 grams, it's quite high. This one. Obviously, the whole this itself is how many grams? 30 grams. So it's under a third of all this lot, basically. Yeah. So still high though. You're still talking well over 100 calories. Yeah, so it's about 180 calories probably. I've done a caption for it anyway, so there we go. Yeah, so I've done loads of other reviews. As I say, I've done tons of reviews in the past, lots of other chocolate orange stuff. Maybe I'll do a playlist of chocolate orange things. So in this corner up here, you'll see a link to a playlist of all my other reviews. There'll be a link to a playlist of other Cadbury things, probably other chocolate orange reviews as well, if I've done such a thing. I think I probably will have done after this. Also, this isn't chocolate orange, but the other one is, but you know what I mean. Christmas reviews, things like that as well. But you'll also see a link to how to become a member of the channel. So if you do that, basically you can just support the channel with nothing else. That's it. You just one click and you're done. But you also get other things where you get exclusive videos. You can vote on the next video. You can request videos. You get behind the scenes updates, things like this, depending on what tier you pick. So read it carefully. But it'd be a great way to support the channel and you get something back. So it'll be hugely appreciated. But either way, leave a comment or free. Like this video and subscribe to the channel as well. Those things are really great and really help me out. So anything you do is hugely appreciated. Yeah, there's wealth of options. Take your pick. But please at least like and subscribe. There we go. But it's lovely to hear from you, so comments are hugely appreciated, and I always enjoy hearing what you've got to say again. I do get back to you. Okay, so yeah, so let's get back onto it. So lots of flourish, you see. You can see it's a lot smaller than the actual chocolate on the inside. It's made, I mean, obviously it does make it easier to open. Some people do say, and it does, but it's clearly done to make it look bigger than it is. So we'll do the flourish measurement actually when we open it. So yeah, don't a minute. But speaking of which, it looks quite nice. You can see that they've added on some hands to the snowman with some sort of strange white dotted line effect. So they've made an attempt to make it look a bit more snowman-like, but I don't think they needed to do that really. We saw down at the side they've got like a bite hole in it, I think. That's a hole there. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. I don't assume it doesn't come with a hole in it, but it does look like it's been bitten or something. I don't know, or burrowed into. I'm not sure what's going on there, but yeah. It's on the orange one as well. The orange one's quite good. It's got the orange hands and stuff like that. Orange. Yeah, swirls in the background. This one doesn't have swirls at all. Yeah, okay. That's quite nice, I'll say. Lovely purple shades. It's a purple colour. It's not it's a matte finish. It's quite nice. Yeah, okay. I don't know why they've added. They didn't need to add the arms on, but I guess they have done. So there we go. Snowmen don't often have arms, do they? They're just two balls and a nose really nice. You don't really have to have arms on it, so I don't know why they felt the need to do that. Okay, well, it's a nice touch, I guess. You've got the open here thing there as well, I think you can see that. Did it focus in? To here to open, there we go. You see, you can notice there as well, it's got like a sort of fabric effect on the wrap as well, which is quite nice. Okay, without further ado, let's give it open. Let's do it. Let's give it an open. Let's go. Once I give this Dairy Milk, Cadbury's Dairy Milk Snowman an open. So, yeah, give it a measure with the flourishes on. See how much we lose. I tend to say, obviously nothing's perfect. We should have no flourishes at all. Around a fifth of the length of the bar is an accepted amount, I would say. It's 11.5 centimetres. It's usually more than that, especially in the smaller bars, because the ratio is obviously higher or lower, higher I guess you'd say. Okay, so 11.5 centimetres, I'll show you it in a minute, just give it a quick measure. 7.8 it is now, 7.8. So yeah, so we lost 4 centimetres pretty much there, so obviously, almost half the bar really, we've lost in flourishes. Over half the bar really, so yeah. So a bit rubbish that, 7.8, yeah, but yeah, 3.7 centimetres, so 3.7 centimetres, 7.4, almost half the bar then, almost half the bar, yeah, 3.7, yeah, it's a bit rubbish, it's almost half the bar really, isn't it, so it's, pretty much spot on half the bar almost, so it's a bit rubbish that. That's how much we lose in packaging, and you can see, put it in the packaging. There you go, you can see there. That's pretty poor, isn't it? You know what I mean? I realise this is all spread out more than it probably would have always been. You can see it's a bit saturated with light there, but it's just the big lights have gone in the background. But you can see the gist there, can't you? So is it half the bar? This looks more than half there, doesn't it? But yeah, I think I measured it obviously when it wasn't flat, and now it is flat, so it obviously exaggerated more. But yeah. I think a realistic thing was 3.7 centimetres we lost. Yeah, so there we go. Okay. And the thing itself, as I say, 3.7, it's 7.8 was it, did we say? Yeah, that's 7.8. Yeah, so half of 7.8, what's that, 3.9? So we're almost half of it we've lost in flourish there. Well, you see it was quite nice. It's a very sort of old, old man snowman, I think, got a flat cap on. Oh, it's a Christmas hat, isn't it? But you see the bauble on the end, or bobble, scarf. But it does a bit like a flat cap. And his nose is like a 3D effect, isn't it? Where it's sort of squashed on his face, but clearly it would snap off if it was pointing out. So it's fair enough that. And from a certain angle, it looks like there. It looks 3D, doesn't it? So they've obviously intended it to be looked from this angle. So it's quite good. Yeah, it's a shame it's flat at the bottom. You can clearly see what's been filled in as well, can't you? It's the shell, and they filled it in and then covered it at the end with a smooth of chocolate. You can see that it's led to this hole being in the side there. You can find it? There we go. Yeah, working sort of backwards here. There we go. Yeah, so there we are. Well, this looks quite nice. So there's a width as well, just while we're at it. So it's obviously different widths here. So it's about 3.7, the widest point, and the finish point in the middle, about 2.6. There you go, and the height, we mentioned that before, that's 7.8. Okay, let's give it a chop in half. So chop it down the centre of the, should we just bite into it? Let's chop it in half here, let's see. Okay, it's a nice chocolate mousse. Yeah, so I'd say the Easter one was vanilla mousse. It's interesting though, yeah, not too bad. Looks like we should continue through the head of it and things like this. Does the orange one have an orange mousse or still chocolate? Orange flavoured mousse chocolate mousse. It's just added orange flavour into it basically, so it should be exactly the same. Okay, well, let's give it a taste then. Quite a nice thick layer of chocolate. It's dairy milk apparently, so yeah, not too bad. Probably nibble it in other areas. Probably when we do the review of the orange one, we'll probably nibble the head area probably just to see what the difference is there, but we'll see. Yeah. Okay, right, let's give it a taste. Let's do it. Say nibble, cut. I don't want to cut his head off, but yeah. Let's give this a taste. Right, okay everyone, so I'm giving these Cadbury's Dairy Milk Snowman sort of mousse, truffly things a taste. Or chocolate mousse on the inside. Yeah, so I've got the... So basically we've done a dissection of it, unfortunately, just to show what was in the inside. So we've got this, cut him in half now. Looks, as I say, you've got to hold him at an angle to see the proper effect like that. You can see otherwise his nose is a bit flat. So it's meant to be held like that really, I think. But yeah, looks like he's got a flat cap on, but it's a Christmas hat. But yeah, we're going to give this a bit of a taste. So there you go, nice chocolate mousse with dairy milk on the outside. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a taste. Not bad at all. Really nice dairy milk. Chocolate on the outside, very apparent. The mousse is quite thick around the stomach area because obviously it's quite a big area of mousse that. But you can clearly taste the dairy milk. It's very nice. And the mousse is quite soft. Reminds me a bit of like an aero taste, but a bit more. Let's say we're just moussiness, a bit more sort of praline-y sort of flavour. But obviously there's no hazelnuts or anything taste here. It's actually quite nice. I think this mousse is quite good. I think it's I'd say very chocolatey, very sort of, I'd say rich almost, very dairy milky. Even though it's only the chocolate on the outside, so it might have bled through into the taste when you're biting it, of course. Yeah. You can see there's the neck of the snowman. You can still see there's enough mousse in there. It does taste rather moussey as well. It's a bit too much, I think I'd say. It's quite there's quite a lot of mousse there, and it does become a bit sickly after one bite or whatever. It'd be nice if it was in a smaller version of this. I think it would, the ratios would be a lot better. I think that's all I'd say, but it's not bad at all. The mousse is very chocolatey, very sort of silky and smooth. The dairy milk is very apparent, very nice as well. It's a lovely dairy milk chocolate, of course. A lovely chocolate dairy milk. I like this a lot. It's very nice, very tasty. I like the design. I think it looks great. I think there's a lot going for it. I think the only problem is it's just a bit sickly. Seems to bite quite well though. It bite his head off, unfortunately. But it seems to separate quite easily as well when you bit it. Didn't sort of fall all over the place, which is quite nice. At least on those sections between the head and the neck, and the neck and the body rather. Yes, I think it's it looks pretty good. I think it's quite nice actually. As I say, I think it's just perhaps a bit too sickly with the amount of mousse there. But what can you say? It's just the way it is really. I think it might be a bit too thick with the chocolate otherwise. But I think it would. I mean, it just needs to be a bit smaller. But then you couldn't really sell them in any smaller because they wouldn't have the shelf presence. I think that's what it is. But they might do bags of them or something. So I think if they did bags of smaller ones, I think they would be a lot better proportion and less sickly. But this big one, nonetheless, I liked it. I think good 4 out of 5. I think, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think it's a nice taste. Looks nice, very Christmassy or wintry, and very dairy milky as well. I think you can clearly taste that dairy milk taste. And as I said, and the mousse is quite smooth. It's not too runny. It's quite thick as well. As I say, it reminds me a bit of an aero. In such a way as. But if you imagine it condensed and smoothed out, that makes any sense whatsoever. It just seems to come across that way. It tastes a bit nicer, I think, than an aero. I'm not a big fan of aeros, but it just has that it just reminds me of it for some reason, but just tastes a bit better. Obviously, there's no bubbles or anything, so it's a funny one. It's just that chocolate taste, I guess. But yeah, very nice. I think it's really good. So as I say, 4 out of 5. Yeah, very Christmassy and a lovely product. I do recommend this one, but just perhaps a bit too sickly. But if you like Lindors and things, and they don't stick you out from having just too much scent or whatever, then this will be fine for you because it's Lindors for me are just far too sickly, and this isn't as sickly as those. So take that as you will. 4 out of 5. Okay, so enjoy that review. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon if you can. Check out the member program. As I say, you can get all sorts from them. Really help me out, and lots to give you back as well. So it's not just all one way. Leave a comment or free, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. Bye for now. See ya.